Pokemon theories. These fancy speculations and rumors have been going on ever since the beginning of the franchise, from Mew's truck to Ash's Pikachu being more powerful than other Pikachu. Of course though, a lot of these Pokemon theories have been proven wrong, or some not even proved at all. Today though, I want to count down what I consider to be the best Pokemon theories. This list will consist of the Pokemon theories I find the most interesting. Some theories will be complete fallacies, while some you might even believe. Regardless, I am sure you guys have seen the majority of these theories, but will nonetheless get a good kick of nostalgia and might make your brain work a little hard. Anyways, with all that out of the way, let's hop right into these astounding Pokemon theories. Okay, starting off on number 10 is actually a theory I created myself way back in 2015. Now, I don't consider this theory to stand above other theories out there, but I'm really proud of myself on this one because my mind is just so crazy. Essentially what my theory is Wickstrom, one of the Kalos Elite Four members, actually got controlled by an Aegislash. In a few of Aegislash's entries, it mentions Aegislash being able to control individuals who it feels are qualified to be king. Well, Wickstrom owns an Aegislash and he has French-like armor, so I thought Aegislash took over Wickstrom as a candidate to possibly become king. There's more to that theory than that, but I think it's a very interesting one too. It was also definitely one of my better videos of 2015, that's for sure. Finally, going into a theory that isn't mine is a classic theory that I'm sure a lot of you guys know about. You all remember in the days of elementary school when kids would talk about what's on the side of the SSN beyond that patch of water. I can tell you I sure can. A few Poke friends of mine back in the day actually mentioned that to me, and I always believed it because hey, I was a kid. That being said, I actually experimented with this myself. I traded a Pokemon with Cut over to my Pokemon Red copy, so I didn't have to go on the SSN. Me and countless others did this, and we found a truck. What does this truck mean? To this day, I still have no idea. But people back in the day though, said that you could find Mew under the truck, which is a crazy theory but an interesting one at that. Part of me wishes I could go back to those times and just speculate stuff without being spoiled from the internet. But alas, those days will never come back. This is one of the most far-fetched theories I think the Pokemon community has ever come across. Whoever thought that the lead protagonist in a kid's show was actually dead? Yeah, I'm not even kidding. There was actually a theory where people thought that Ash Ketchum was in a coma after his Pikachu shocked and decimated Spearow. Which I mean, he should be, but this is the Pokemon anime. An anime that is adored by all ages and brings nothing but positivity to the table. The thought that Ash has been in a coma the entire time and is just dreaming everything is absolutely nuts. Theorists also believe that Misty and Brock are parts of Ash's emotional being, Misty representing his romance side, and for Brock, well, that might be too inappropriate to discuss in this video. Fans also say that this theory confirms why Ash hasn't aged at all, and that's false. Satoshi Tojiri confirms that the reason Ash is 10 is so other kids can relate to him in being closer to his age, which to me makes the most sense. I gotta hand to the Pokemon community though. This theory definitely is one of my favorites, and we aren't even in the top 5 yet. Coming up next is a theory that actually was quite popular a few years ago. That theory is the legendary beasts originally being Jolteon, Vaporeon, and Flareon. The theory goes like this. When the Brass Tower was on fire, 3 Pokemon were caught in the fire. People believe that Flareon, Jolteon, and Vaporeon were the ones in that fire. As a result of them dying, Ho-Oh brought them back to life and gave them new powers, thus resulting in the creation of Suicune, Entei, and Raikou. The fire in the tower representing Entei, the lightning strike in the tower representing Raikou, and the rain putting out the fire representing Suicune. There was also an instance in one of the episodes of Pokemon Generations where the burned tower scene was played. Ho-Oh gave those Pokemon new life, but they didn't look anything like Jolteon, Vaporeon, and Flareon. The story of the tower burning down was actually in the Johto games, but all the other stuff is just fan speculation. This theory does still kind of make a little sense though, and is definitely one of my favorite ones for sure. Earlier I had mentioned the Ash Coma theory, where people actually think that the reason he remained 10 forever was because he was dreaming and in a coma for some reason. Well, there's another theory that is similar to that, but not quite 100% similar. The theory still takes place sometime after Ash saw Ho-Oh, but there's a different speculation behind it. Instead of Ash being dead, people think Ho-Oh actually gave Ash eternal life, or to keep him the same age forever. It says that Ho-Oh brings eternal happiness. Ash ran into it, so Ho-Oh granted him the ability to stay a kid forever. Or at least that's what the theory claims. Ash is the be happiest when he's able to go on his Pokemon journey. That happiness is what Ash Ketchum sought to have. This theory definitely makes more sense than the Coma one, because this one at least has more evidence backing it up. Though in the anime, the Pokedex had no idea what Ho-Oh was. So that theory is up in the air. Then again though, Game Freak and Pokemon love making us Pokemon fans think, so maybe there's some hidden stuff out there. Who knows? This is probably the most popular Pokemon theory on this list, and I think you guys all know about it. The theory of Blue's Raticate being killed by you, the player. Scary, huh? Essentially, the theory goes like this. Blue has a Rattata at the beginning of his journey up until you encounter him on the SS Sand in the original Kanto games and the remix Fire and Leaf Green. You beat Blue in the SS Sand, and the next time you encounter him, he's in the Lavender Town Tower. That tower is known for the grave sites of deceased Pokemon. When you run into Blue at the tower, he no longer has his Raticate on the team. People think that the reason Blue is at the tower is to pay respects to his dead Raticate. In the opening text before you battle Blue, he asks, "Red, what are you doing here? Your Pokemon don't look dead." To fans, that indicates he is there to pay respects to his Raticate. After you beat Blue on the SS Sand, it is said that Blue didn't make it to the Pokemon Center fast enough, thus resulting in Raticate's death. Which if that's the case, then Pokemon just got a lot darker. This theory is definitely one of the most popular theories out there in terms of Pokemon lore, and I have to say it, it's in the top 5 best as well. Heading back over to the Pokemon anime, we get into the idea of who is Ash's real father. There are so many different possibilities and speculations that people have come up with. I have seen fans speculate that Professor Oak is Ash's dad, Bruno, Mr. Mime from memes, Giovanni, and Silver, a character that appears in the Pokemon Chronicles series. All 4 of these people are the most common ones I have seen to be decent contenders to be Ash's father. They all look like Ash, and some even have similar mannerisms. In reality though, these are just theories and of course not confirmed. I think personally Silver is the most credible, but at the end of the day, we will never know. Silver seems to have a kind of reaction when Richie mentioned his name in the Pokemon Chronicles episode, so who knows? Giovanni is also a second close contender due to a play where it was mentioned Ash's mom Delia Ketchum used to date Giovanni. I don't think we will ever find out who Ash's dad is though. So this theory is actually one I came across while browsing theories across YouTube. Did you know that there is a theory speculating Oak to be the main mastermind behind all the evil teams? The logos of all the Pokemon teams, aside from Team Flare, spell out Gramps. That's pretty weird. The idea is that Oak is an inventor for all these evil teams and creates all their technology. He does have a lot of experience of technology. Oak could in fact be making inventions for the evil teams. He's also present in a lot of regions, such as living in Kanto, being in the radio tower in Johto, which Team Rocket took over. He also has a home in Eterna City, where the Galactic Building is. Does that really prove he's an evil mastermind? Nah, not really, but it's still one of the most creative theories I think I've seen in a while. Just short of the number 1 spot, we have a very huge and known fan theory known as the Gengar is Clefable Shadow theory. I remember when this theory came to light all those years ago. Fans are comparing Gengar and Clefable very thoroughly, literally drawing them side by side. Gengar and Clefable look almost similar to each other if lined up properly. If you uncurl Clefable's hair, it would be spiky. There's also the information of back before Fairy type was introduced, Clefable wouldn't be able to hit Gengar and vice versa because you can't hit your Shadow, the normal and Ghost resistance. The Pokedex entries are even opposing each other. Clefable's Gen 1 entry depicts it as this timid fairy who runs away from everything, whereas Gengar's Gen 1 entry states it's very active on the night of full moons and loves to prank people. All in all, they look very similar to each other, and I can see why people think Gengar is Clefable Shadow. The Sun and Moon entries are also really crazy. Clefable's Sun entry states they don't like to reveal themselves in front of people. They live quietly in packs deep in the mountains. Gengar's Moon entry states it apparently wishes for a traveling companion, since it was a human itself. What? It tries to create one by taking the lives of other humans. I get goosebumps whenever I read this entry, and whew, dang, that's trippy. Also, shoutouts to the Pokemon YouTuber Danger for more info on this theory as well. Go check out his content, he's dope. Link for his channel will be in the description below. Here we are at the number 1 spot and what I consider to be the best Pokemon theory. This one is a very obvious choice, but I love it so much, and that's a theory of how Ditto was a failed Mew experiment. While trying to clone Mew, Ditto became the failed experiment, thus creating very many and apparently having an outbreak across the Pokemon world. The theory explains that Mew and Ditto have very similar abilities, being able to transform into other Pokemon, and one of the most important key points of evidence is that you can find Ditto inside the Pokemon Mansion. Some more instances of evidence include they have the same color shiny, they are the same color in general, they're both 8.8 pounds, they're the only Pokemon to be able to use Transform, Ditto looks like a failed science experiment, they're both genderless. It states that Mewtwo is the only successful clone of Mew, implying that there are unsuccessful ones out there. And I mentioned earlier you can find them in the Pokemon Mansion, but you can also find them in Cerulean Cave where Mewtwo resides. And one more fact, they both have base stats that are the same in every category. Those pieces of evidence all can back up the claim that Ditto is a failed experiment. It's an amazing theory that still makes sense to me to this day, and is a very credible one for sure. Well, those are all the Pokemon theories I consider to be the best. What do you guys think? Do you believe these theories are real? And do you have any theories you think are great? Let me know down below. Also, if you would like me to do some Pokemon theories in the future, let me know down below as well. I used to do more theories a few years back, but I stopped because I couldn't get creative enough. Maybe I will make some now. If you enjoyed the video, why not leave a like and subscribe to my channel with notifications on, that way you never miss an upload. If you want to support me further, consider following my Twitch where I stream a lot of Pokemon content and all kinds of other Nintendo content like Zelda, Fire Emblem, and much more. Also, I've been reviewing every episode of My Hero Academia Season 4 over on Mystic Sage, so head over there if you're into that too. I would love that a lot. Want to support me further and gain cool perks? Check out my Patreon. Daniel Leone, Lady Crimson, Memory Martin, The Lazy Leo, Matthew Young, Awesome Lego, Jarrett Weiss Austin, Sodden Grider, Nigma97, and Kermit117 did, and I wanted to thank them personally for going above and beyond. It means the world to me. I think I'm gonna wrap this up though. I'm Mr. Gumbrand, and I will see you in the future for more awesome Pokemon content.